Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. So, what's up? What's going on? We have Jack Colonel. You're here. So, where have you been with all these chaos is happening in the world? Where's your army? Help to settle all these nonsense. They're pushing people around everywhere. What are these governments are doing? Are they working for us? Who are they working for? They're taking our choices and freedom away. They want us to do what they want to do. It's no different than telling us, okay, you got to get fucked by this person because we say so, because we decide what you put in your body, who you are with. This is my body. If I want to take it, I take it. If I don't, I don't. Remember when we were kids, our parents would take us to get a shot? Was that to protect us against the world? Or was it to protect the world against us? Obviously, it was to protect us against the world. We get the shot, we're protected. Doesn't matter who else gets it or not. If the shot works, then if I get it, I'm protected. Why does everybody else have to get it? So I'm really pissed at this whole scenario they've put out. So obviously, it's got nothing to do with our health. And what does it have to do? That's the question. So we've got Rani here, Charles here, 34 male, Belgium. Bonsoir, Meran. He says, bonsoir, Charles. Hope you're doing well. God bless you. God bless you as well. Bithu says, hello, Meran. Male, 32, India. Anshika says, I want. Is there any exercise, brain or physical, to improve OCD or intrusive thoughts? Meditation is very good. Meditation increases the GABA neurotransmitters about 37, 39%. And that neurotransmitter is responsible for managing depression, anxiety, and intrusive thoughts. So that's a big plus if one puts that in the works. So While you guys thinking, let me just open that window. All right. We have Haterix. Says, hi, Meran, male 18 UK. I've been doing so much better with my HOCD, he says, for a long time since last year. I barely even feel like I have it. Good for you. Yeah, it takes time for you to get over the panic and understand and educate yourself about this um, malfunction, disorder, and then learn how to deal with it. I mean, we don't really complain when we have cold every once in a while. Oh, I should never have cold. And if I do, how can I forever get rid of it? Well, these are glitches, biological glitches, physical glitches, mental glitches. They come and go. Well, you just got to know, listen, this is my value. This is who I am. I don't care how many people say shit or what my own brain conjures up. I am above the brain. I am the boss, not the brain. So I know what I want, what I am, who I have been, who I want to be, who I always am interested to be. So that is the end of it. Now, the rest is statics. Like a cold comes, I deal with it and make myself well again. Hmm? So, such intrusive thoughts of any kind, pedophilia, HOCD, harm OCD, responsibility OCD, all kinds of OCD comes in. I got to learn how to deal with it, not to say, oh, because it's coming, that means I'm changed now. It's like saying, I got a flu. Now, I'm not me anymore. Well, it's a physical glitch, infection, disorder. You learn how to deal with it. And then say, oh, it should never come. Well, it may. And if it does, you know what to do. Same thing with mental stuff. But if we don't realize the separation between brain, you, and thoughts, and what the brain does and how it malfunctions, then we're messed up because we really don't know how this whole mechanism entity works. It's not the brain that defines you. You are already in there before brain was ever given to you in the shape that it works today. For millions of years, we had reptilian brain, stem brain. We didn't have this brain calculating, thinking, speaking, ability to think, none of that. So everything was hardwired and no discrepancy. No intrusive thought, no nothing. We lived like animals. So there was a me way before 40,000 years ago when this brain developed to be as sophisticated as it is, which then makes it to malfunction a lot more than a hardware system like animals. You don't see animals malfunction too often, if at all. Hmm? Why? Because they can't think or speak, and the words do not interpret their observations. The words do not give them a conclusion to deal with, the meaning of the words. So they're just observing and living. And they know who you are. They've always known who they are. They always will know who they are. And they act and react instinctively according to their makeup. And that's the end of it. The rest is interference of our thoughts and conclusions, meanings of the words, and all these other things that extraordinary information seeps through the consciousness and the brain picks it up and makes thoughts with it. Doesn't know what it does, it just makes thoughts with it. It's up to you to dismiss it, ignore it, go about your business. Okay. Hatek says, I even went on a date that didn't really end well because she wanted to stay as friends. Oh, why do you say it didn't end well? She wanted to stay as friends. She didn't have the romantic interest that you had. So, okay, next. It's not the end of the world, so what? Frederick de Grosse, or Grosse, I hope I didn't butcher your name, says, me and my ex were broke up in a very weird way. Although we kind of keep contact and she keeps me in her close friends in Instagram, she speaks to me fast, but some days she takes 20 hours to respond. And he says, why though? Who cares? Who cares? Why are you so hung up on what and how she responds to you? If she doesn't respond the way that you would expect or prefer, let her be. Move on. Why do you have to know why she does this? What importance does it have? Her reasons for do or do not respond to you in a certain way that you object to. The fact is that she's responding in a way that you're not interested. That's what you should focus on. Not why does she do that? No, I focus on because she do that, I'm not interested. You got to focus on what you do given this circumstance. Not that what should I do to make her change this circumstance? No, she has a choice. She can't see it. Too bad. She lost the opportunity. You go on. Next. And Frederick says, I like your way to react to things. You're amazing. Well, thank you. Don't you see? I have an amazing channel. Amazing number of 23,000 subscribers only. Channel is going to die before 10 years. I've been doing this 3,000 videos, Frederick. And look, if it's that important, where are these millions of subscribers? The hell with it. I'm just going to hang up the phone. So much effort and care for people. But if they don't care about themselves, I can't care more about them than they do about themselves. I'm here. I've been doing my work, thousands of hours of research and efforts making videos and really caring about helping people in relationships and OCD and all the other substances. But where are they? Where their support for the channel? So that's my question. Preto says, Meron, you did not notice my question. You're right. Where is it? Oh, okay. Says, male 32 India. How to not give a damn to my discouraging thoughts. It's like saying, how not to use my broken bicycle. It's your bicycle, right? You have the ownership. So you can choose or not choose to use it. So the thing here is, the difference is here is that intrusive thoughts your discouraging thoughts, they're not your thoughts. Because discouraging to something that you want to accomplish is contrary to your goal to accomplish something, to be successful. And what is contrary to what is healthy for you, to what is your goal and intention, it cannot be yours, because we are designed for survival. And survival is to follow what is good for us. So we intend to protect ourselves from bad, negative stuff and to promote good and healthy stuff that brings us certain kind of a positive results and brings our goals to fruition. So if there is some kind of a thing, thought, ideas, suggestion, images that is suggesting contrary to what helps us to attain our goal and is good for us, contrary to what it is good for us, it cannot be us. Because even an animal is not going to ram itself to a sharp edge of a tree because it knows it's against his program for survival and protection. So the same thing goes for mental behavior. If there is a mental image, idea, suggestion, thought that is contrary to what is good for you, makes you feel happy, makes you feel successful and capable, that's not yours. That's brain's thoughts, which means you maneuver away from it. It's like not using something that is broken, right? So you have a choice. So you choose to ignore it and go away because you recognize this is contradictory to your goal, to your intentions. Hmm? That's the end of that. When you notice a contradiction, when you become aware of a contradiction between something that you prefer, something that you choose, have chosen, know about yourself, and something that is suggested, shows up, pops up, idea, suggestions, image, whatever, when you become aware of this separation, of this contradiction, that means that's not yours. That means you don't agree with it. That means it's not you. So don't be bothered by shit showing up in your head because you become aware of that this is shit, that this is not in line with my values. The fact that you become aware and question it, whatever the topic is, that means that is not in agreement with you. You're not it, and you're in opposition to this contradiction that you have become aware of it. Hmm? So as long as you become aware, you recognize something is not what you uh, condone, what you agree with, um, what you prefer, what you're inclined to, then that means that has nothing to do with you. You don't have to worry about, oh, I've become aware of something that is I don't like. But is that me? Well, if you don't like, and if you're aware of this contradiction between what you like, what you don't like, what you are being suggested that you're not, then that means you're not. That's it. Otherwise, you wouldn't become aware of anything. If that suggestion that is contrary to your interest is not apparent to you, does not become apparent to you, you have no question about it, that means you don't even notice it. When you don't notice it, that means you have no objection to it. But as soon as you notice it and you become aware of it, that means the hell is never you, never becomes you, because you have become aware of a contradiction between what you are, who you are, what you want to be, what you've been, what you're interested in, and what the suggestion is. That's the end of it. If you were what the suggestion of the brain was, you wouldn't even become aware that there is something contradicting what you're interested. Got it? All right. Okay. Salum says, okay. All right. Saloom says, hi Mehran, male 28, Kuwait. I'm having a hot coffee latte. How you doing? Do you have any thoughts about quitting social media? Oh, we're all deep into it. We have replaced our socializing to computer virtual socializing with the amount of lack of time or increased number of things you want to do. Of course, nowadays there's nothing really much we can do as far as activities that we used to be enjoying. And so we've kind of replaced our social behavior or socialism socializing, socialism, socializing to this, you know. So if you can, okay, great, yeah, it gives you lots of, but we have created this kind of addiction because every time we look at something and something new, it gives you a certain kind of a hope of what's new. Maybe it's towards what I like it to be, how things are changing in the world, and the dopamine is released. So we're addicted to that dopamine now, which these systems are creating it. So we're not necessarily interested in the social media, but we're interested in the dopamine we get from it. So we're all addicted to it. Yeah, if you can replace it, have a normal life like we did, 40 years ago. Yeah, that was a healthier time 40, 50 years ago. None of this shit that is going around. You know, there were dictatorial systems around the world and governments, but nothing like the shit that is going around. We all condemned what Hitler and Mussolini did in the world. The whole world came down and condemned the atrocities and the murders and the genocide that they committed. We understood how terrible and horrifying that was against the innocent Jews, our brothers and sisters. But now, the same governments who were just rowing and putting down and all the horrific things that happen in the world, and rightfully so, now they're engaged in crimes against humanity themselves. Look at what they're doing. Look at that continent that is not connected to anything but water, what they're doing in there, and what is happening in every country, including my own country, here in Canada. Fascism is taken over. So, social media, in fact, if it wasn't around, they wouldn't be able to lie people out so much and so quickly. And things wouldn't be so much fear into people's head that they are complying out of fear and propaganda. So I don't know what to say about it. And Shika says, how to focus on studies when there are so many racing thoughts. How do you drive your car on the streets when there's so many other cars trying to get ahead of you, hit you, maneuver? You keep maneuvering, right? But when you maneuver to get out away from them, so what's your main interest? Is to stay on your lane, on your road, on your path. Continue towards your destination, despite of all these intrusions by other drivers on the same direction. So you maneuver, but you stay on course. You maneuver, but you stay on course. You maneuver, but keep your focus on what it is and where it is that you want to drive towards. Same thing. There are lots of things coming to your head while you're studying, but bring your thoughts back to what you're reading. Read it 5 times. Keep focusing more every time you read it. And after a while, you get trained to stay on target. Remember Star Wars? Stay on target, stay on target. Your automatic thing is off, Luke. And he said, oh, shit with this. Let me just do it on my own. So do it automatically, because that's your determination. That's your focus. That is what's going to change your mind, change your life. And that's what you want to accomplish. So stay on target. Alexander says, hello, Meran sir. Can HOCD make you misspeak? What does that mean? Misspeak? What does that mean? Alexander says, hello, Meran sir. Oh, okay. We did that. And Shika says, can you speak French? Just few things here and there. Not nothing worthy of proper conversation. And Dilgani says, Salam Mehran, Muallim, 24 male London. It looks more like 24 million London. No. Oh, 24M London. There's no space. Okay. And Dilgani says, Mehran has the best advice. Oh, Mehran has the best advice on YouTube for breakups. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the advertisement. Says, Muallim, do you have any particular practical tips to stop caring about what other people think? Yeah, care about what you think more or say of you. Yeah. You know, who died and left them in charge to know you better than you and judge you? What is their life like? What is their behavior like? What do you care? Who are they that have made such a profound effect on you that you think what they say must mean something? Fuck them. So how can you not give a damn? Well, because you give them damn more about yourself, what your goals are. How do they know who you are? They hardly know who they are. Do you know who they are exactly as they know who they are? They know all the shit that's going on in their heads about themselves. You don't know, so you judge them like if they're nice people. No, but there could be all kind of garbage in their heads and all kind of behavior that is just, you know, unbecoming of a good human being. But you don't know that. So you judge them based on how they smile and they put out a show and how they dressed up and, you know, as if they don't have any problem because you don't see what's in their head. But they know that they're covering up something or dealing with something, and then they make judgment about you. Well, why don't you fucking, you know, make judgment about yourself? Fix yourself first. So the ones who are actually talking negatively about you are the ones who are just not measuring up and trying to chisel you down so they can look bigger, because there's no other way they know of to make themselves be more valuable. So what do? They try to chisel people down and hope that that would make them look important because they said something about somebody. Oh, that means if I say something that, oh, that was very bad of you, that means I'm good. I mean, this is how people think. Don't care about it. One word. No. And Chika, it does. Feelings, thoughts, everything. OCD affects all of that, both thoughts and feelings. Because thoughts create a certain kind of a, if you fall into the wrong side of it and believe the thought, then the brain is going to affect the body to react to the thought that you have believed. And then you take the behavior of the body, reaction of the body, as an evidence that the thought was correct. Because, see, I have a reaction to it. No. This reaction is what the brain can do to the body. It's not supposed to be used as an evidence that the false thought and feelings were actually correct because now you can see a reaction. No. Don't fall for that. And Dilgani says, Mutashakiram, oh, you're welcome. I sometimes take people's opinions of me seriously, and that's something I'm working on stopping this year, because you have the need to be accepted and loved and praised and be part of a group. Take that need away. Just do your best in life. Be a righteous man You don't need anybody else's affirmation. Fuck them all. Because they just have big mouth and they haven't even fixed themselves up and they start antagonizing others. You be the judge. You just be righteous. Do what is necessary, what is right, according to your knowledge, and be methodical, be thoughtful, and then make a good decision. Do your best. That's all you can do. The rest of it, don't give a damn. And Shika says, thank you so much for your videos. It works like therapy. Keep it up, sir. Again, sir, thank you. Virtual hug. Okay. Instead of giving me a virtual hug, promote the channel, for God's sake. All of you. And user 22 says, hello, Meran. Hello. That must be... Stefan? Is it? From Germany? User 22? Alexander Rodriguez says, saying something you didn't want to say. Where are you? You mean miss saying? Saying something you didn't want to say, but you said it, but didn't mean it to say it, is what I meant, sir. My apologies. That can happen to anybody. Out of anxiety, out of fear, out of anger. Could be anything. It's not necessarily just OCD. Definitely OCD, yeah, for sure. OCD can make you say things 3-4 times even. Oh, I have to say that. If I don't say it, something bad will happen. If I don't say it, that means I'm lying. If I don't say it, all these are OCD bullshit. Just ignore them all. Say, fuck off. You got to teach the brain who the boss is. Otherwise, the brain runs you over. Because brain is not you and you're not the brain. But he wants to take over. So don't give it a chance. Say, oh, fuck off. Don't believe brain. Brain is stupid. You're the intellect. Brain is stupid. Brain is just a machine, does what it's programmed to do. It has no intellect. What it says is not based on intellect. Only when you use the apparatus of the brain to create something, learn something, design something, accomplish something, that is when it can have some kind of a meaning or logic or meaningful or usefulness to it, because it is your intellect that is creating, using the apparatus to create something. But when itself uses its own apparatus, the brain, it's got no relevancy to you. You have no responsibility for what it creates, and it means nothing to you. It's brain conjuring up shit. It's like a assembly line of a manufacturing plant that is constantly making the same product by the ingredient that goes into it. And if the ingredient becomes shit, it makes the same product out of shit. But then there's a quality control guy at the end of the assembly line and sees this particular product made out of the ingredients that is not supposed to be going into the machine, whether it's plastic, it's supposed to be metal, or whether it's shit, it just throws it out, disqualifies it, rejects that. That's a quality control guy. And you're supposed to act as a quality control guy with the for the production of the brain, the kind of thoughts that it makes. Brain makes 80, 90,000 thoughts a day. We don't notice any of them. We ignore most of them, if not all of them. And the ones that comes to your mind, you make a judgment. You're supposed to be the quality control guy. Make a judgment. If this thought of any use, is this thought of any substance, or should be ignored and let fall by the wayside? That's it. You're the boss. You're the quality control guy. Not any shit that comes down the pike. You say, oh, it must define something or me. Don't. Ignore. You're the boss. All right. And Ndilagani says, even sometimes I think of what my ex thinks of me. Yeah, you're too eager to be loved and liked, and you think your worth and value is by the attention and the opinion of others about you. In fact, do it the other way. You do the best you can in life, accomplish what you want to accomplish, focus on building your life in a righteous way. The opinion of others that you're worried about will automatically cater around your quality. In other words, you define yourself by your actions and what you accomplish in life, that would make their opinion, not that their opinion would define you. Your behavior defines and actually guides their brains and their minds to create an opinion that is worthy of who you are. Instead of thinking their opinion defines you who you are, I'm saying your actions and opinion about yourself and lifestyle will dictate their opinion. So focus on that. La 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 says, can OCD feelings last all day, all week, all month? Of course. A glitch is a glitch. Malfunction, it doesn't, you don't know how long it's going to last. As long as you pay attention to it, it lasts. The more you ignore it, the sooner it disappears. Alexander says, thank you, sir. You're welcome. All right. You guys think of some more questions? I'll take some fresh air and walk a little bit, and I'll come back with your questions. Huh. I see no questions. That means I have no more use. All right. We wait. You see how busy we are? How successful this channel is. Actually, there was a time that we had like over 4 hours straight live stream, and the questions were just coming. And we actually had like, what, 35 people. It was the height of our success. I don't know, instead of gaining more, we are less. We haven't hit 30 for months while we're busy in the amount that we were doing, but we haven't hit 30. Just remember, guys, that these programs that I put are for the people who somehow won't be able to have a one-on-one, and so I try to cater and bring services that it could help people around the world, whether you are in the position to go on my site mindthatseekstruth.com and register an 1 hour Skype consultation one-on-one with me, and many of you who can't have provided these. So please understand, if you send me a laundry list of questions on email or on comments, it's kind of not fair because I wouldn't be able to answer all of you. I received like hundreds of them during the week, and I can't answer them all because it takes so much time and effort and energy to focus on what it is, and not exactly knowing and having talked to you, still try to be meaningful and objective on it. It takes so much time and effort and energy, and just not so efficient. That's why I put these number of live streams so I can cater to you guys. So either come here and ask your questions, and I try to answer them as much as possible, or go on my site mindthatseekstruth.com and make an appointment for one-on-one consultation on Skype, and then we'll have a chat one-on-one together. We explore what's concerning you. On that note, let me just hit this. I've learned new things here. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind that seekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon. Hey, that was cool. I'm learning how to advertise. Instead of you guys teaching me, look at you. So Friedrich der Große, again, hope did not butcher it, says, so I really miss my ex because it's been a month and 1 month and more living my life. And now I miss her. Yeah, because you forgot why you guys separated. Let me see who's. Too late. I am on live streaming now. Okay. Where are you? So yeah, because a month has passed, and your brain naturally, that's how we humans are. We want to forget the bad things and remember the good things. So you're selecting the good memories, and you can't remember the reasons, what happens, and the problems that led to breaking up. So you're missing her because you're only focusing on the good stuff that was going on. And says, because I've done really bad things like ignoring her and speak bad to her, I'm really lost now. I don't know what to do. Well, listen, if you feel that you've done something that you shouldn't, and you would like to communicate that to her, well, communicate that to her. Tell her, look, dear, I've been away from you, and I've understood my behavior towards you was not good. I regret it. I want to apologize to you, whether you come back to me or not. That is your decision. But I just wanted to tell you, I wanted to share with you that I condemn my behavior. I'm not proud of it. And I would like to make it right. If that is something that you would welcome, I do. And that's it. Don't grovel or anything more. So that will kind of put you at ease, because you have tried to communicate your regret from your behavior, and that sets it straight for you. And then it's up to her. If she comes back, great. She doesn't, but if she did, don't fucking do the same shit again, because now you're with her and you feel comfortable again, and you got what you want, and then for the same reasons that you ended up behaving badly, then you may find it to behave badly again, because again, maybe, I don't know, you'd be bored or whatever the reason. Find real legitimate reasons want to be with a girl, not just for not to be alone or have sex or something. Appreciate her, learn it, get to know each other, and the same thing for her. She should also be there for the right reasons, not just because, I don't know, she's alone, or she wants to have a boyfriend, or she wants to not to be, whatever else that she could get out of it. So you can do that. It's not a problem. It's nothing going to come off of you if you just express to her that. And even if she said, no, I don't want to be with you anymore, after you said all those nice things, that's perfectly fine. Because one thing has happened right there. Even though she's not coming back to you, but your heart is clear now. You feel good about yourself, that I did something wrong, but I stood for it, and I tried to make it right. I offered that opportunity, and I genuinely was regretful, and I expressed that to her. And you become a bigger man, because you feel, to a woman, you showed a bit of weakness for making things right and giving her the right to be upset at you. And you apologized for it. To apologize takes a man, takes power. And that does not diminish you from power. It gives you more of a gentlemanly behavior, which is a powerful and strong remedy. So you feel good about yourself. If she comes back with you, great. If she doesn't, you're still ahead of right now. And then you have a clear conscience and you move on without any regret. Frederick says, the thing is, I've spoken to her and she takes some hours and ignores my messages, but sometimes she is fast. Well, what do you expect? You just told me that you behaved badly, and then you want her to run to you as soon as you say, hello. No, she's still pissed off. So, first, clean her heart out by apologizing. Maybe you buy some gifts, some flowers, and some gentleman behavior, and go there and show your, some card, some, I don't know, fucking Hallmark card, and write with your heart, darling, it was one of the most beautiful times of my life I spent with you. During a relationship, I took it for granted. I did not appreciate you as much as my heart was or should have. I just wanted to give you this card. Apologize for my shortcomings and behavior. I hope that you would forgive me, and I wish you well no matter what your decision is. I'm here for you if you ever needed me, just call. A little bit of flour with the card, deliver, and get the hell out. If you can't have the balls to go and sit in front of her and buy her tea or coffee and say what you got to say, then this is another path. And let her know that you stand for your mistakes and you stand corrected. Then your heart will open up with power and brightness because you did the right thing. You feel good. And then if she doesn't, that's on her. You go move on and find another girl. No, you have waited for 1 month. What do you mean? Should I wait now for some time and say sorry for my actions? No, you say sorry now. What's the problem? And said what? Message, but sometimes she's fast. And I said that if we could be friends. I don't know when you said these things. These are all just, I don't know the time. Is it just yesterday? I don't know what the timing is. Frederick, why don't you go on my site, make an appointment with me, and we'll talk further in detail about this. Otherwise, this becomes a one-on-one. So I think that's what you know what I just said. So if you want, you can choose to do that. Yeah, card is not enough. Make sure you buy flowers as well. Don't just send the fucking card. Put substance. Card is important if you write it well, and don't write it on the card. Write it on a piece of paper first. When it's all cleaned up, then transfer it over. And then, with beautiful flowers, and not just bunch of flowers wrapped properly, professionally, some store, spend some money. All right. Upwards is, how do you break up with a girl like man? I don't understand. How do you want to break up with it? Like a woman? Well, if you want to break up with her, proper way is to, have a little tea or pastry together somewhere and appreciate that and say, I know that you're not so happy with me. I know that I'm not perhaps the right person for you. And so I want to free you from whatever hell I've brought to your life. And perhaps you will find someone more suitable, because I don't think I'm spending enough time and attention. My life is different right now, and my mind is not focused on our relationship. So I don't think that's fair to you. So I want to appreciate you giving me the opportunity to get to know you, and I want us to be happy. And I know I don't know where I'm going with this, so I just want to tell you that maybe it's time for us to break up, or maybe it's time for us to focus on what we need to be doing now rather than being in a relationship together. It's better than breakup. All right. Rhino Gastano says, "How can you say of the what? Where's the rest of it?" And Dilgani says, "Mehran, does it make sense to apologize to my ex who blocked me after we broke up?" In Lugani, I don't know what the situation has been. I don't know what you did, what you didn't, what went on, what you guys said to each other towards the end. So I have no idea to say you should or you shouldn't, because I don't know detail. Rhino says, how can you say if she was the right one and insist with her? I don't understand what you're saying. I don't know how you can say she was the right one. You want to know how can you tell if a girl is the right girl for you? Well, time will tell. If you treat each other well, pay enough attention to each other, have enough time for each other, want to be around each other, not all the time, but enough. And genuinely, when you're together, your thoughts and hearts are there, and you're having fun and laughing and enjoying. And then that means maybe you're walking towards, you're going towards the right direction. But only time can tell. You don't know that. All right. Another few minutes, guys, and then I'm off. Okay, few minutes passed. No question. I better get up because I have a Skype appointment. I can make that a little bit earlier. I have another one later on, so I can have a little bit time for myself to kind of have tea in between. And so I thank you very much for being here. I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. I look forward to talk to you again. During the week, I'll have one of these spontaneous ones here and there. Otherwise, we'll usually try to have our Saturday 1 p.m. Vancouver time live streams. And don't forget to promote the channel. In the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com, making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what concerning you. I'll talk to you soon. Well, we too, like the iceberg, have 1,000 times bigger powers that is not visible, and we must. Why? Is it something we're rambling on and I expect you to accept it? Or is there actually another power within us? Would you come and help me out? Okay. What I want you to do is put your hands underneath my arms and just lift me up. There we go. Okay, now, that's my physical part, right? Same thing. Again, with that. Just want to see if there's any difference. Go ahead. Now, go ahead. Now, this, go ahead, when you're ready.
Go ahead. So you see, this is different than what he was doing, and I'm not really doing anything. You convinced?
Yeah.
So are you guys convinced that there is something other than? Thank you. Thank you very much.